even laughed about it on my own account. I can't remember. McKenna, my father changed his name to McKenna. My father did this. They say, hey, you know, so I want to deal with this issue today. Who am I? I have only one name, like a dog. My name is Gyton McKenzie. I was born in Palinomi Hospital in 1974 on the 10th of March. I live in Heidedal. I was born in Heidedal. I grew up in Heidedal. Our house was in front of the school. My teacher, my first teacher was Juffrou Ivy. Patriot said to me, Alberto and them said to me, the other day they were doing work as PA, and she came, Juffrou Ivy, God bless her. Ivy Stallenberg is her name. That was my first teacher, Mrs. Ivy Stallenberg. And the PA people told me that she came there. I think they recorded it, Sperto. You can post it. And she said, do you guys know, Gyton was in my class. And I think they sent me a video, but I think the people from Bloem, if you still have that video, please send it. I went to Olympia Primary School. My first principal was Mr. Monty van der Merwe. He then died, I don't know what it's, I think, when I was standard 3. I can tell you all my teachers, Mevrou Naike. I can tell you the one passed on this weekend. My heart was so sore, Minister Vries. He passed on this weekend. I was supposed to have gone to his funeral, but I couldn't make it. Mr. Vries. And this was Olympia Primary School. At the age of, when I was finished with primary school, I went to Heatherdale Secondary School. Heatherdale was the school just opened. So we were the first students. In that school. And while we were at the school, and this is where it gets interesting, and I want to tell you, my cousin would come for me to teach him Afrikaans. And my cousin would come from the township and to teach him Afrikaans. But my cousin didn't have textbooks. So I said, why don't you have textbooks? And he said to me that black people don't get textbooks for free in the township schools. I said, what? I then, as young as I was, arranged a march. I still have the pictures of me with my Mandela t-shirt. I arranged a march with some leaders, and we marched. The first time colored people in my area, we marched to the township in solidarity with the kids because we got free textbooks. We then said, we're not going to write exams. And I was leading that whole protest. Now the whole Heidedal is watching. Someone that's watching. Somebody can come out and say, you lie. I'm telling you, that's why I want to come out and be totally transparent. We have gone, we marched, the cops were looking for us, we were toy-toying. I remember we decided we're not going to write exams. And there's children, people that was with me in one class. And we said, we're not going to write exams. And I woke up one day, and my friend Dorian Campbell, I couldn't get hold of her. And Dorian is busy writing exams. You know what I did? I then took this water thing, and I went and I sprayed with my friends. We sprayed water on the exam papers because we said we must stay in solidarity with the black people in the township. And I got the attention of leaders in the ANC then. and I would attend meetings. Now, let me stop there and come to my main point of who I am. My father, I've never met my grandparents. Never met them. I had one died 2 days after. 2 days after I was born, on the 12th of March, he died. My father, I couldn't understand my father, his sister, why are they so white-skinned? And they said, and I was told no. And I had like China eyes with blue eyes. My eyes changed color. And I couldn't understand, why do I sometimes have blue eyes? What's wrong with my eyes? Why is my eyes like a China? And my father said to me, because your grandmother is Irish and your grandfather is Japanese. I'm like, huh? Do you have pictures? And he says, I have pictures. I still have those pictures today. My mother is a black Sotho woman. Now, I have never loved anybody until my kids arrived more than my mother. Never. I have never loved anybody more than my mother until my kids arrived. My mother is a black Sotho woman. 100% Sotho. My grandpa on her side is Sotho. My family on that side is Sotho. That's why I am fluent. Ke tseba ho bua Sesotho. Ke bua hantle. Ha ona ntseba ka Sesotho. Ntho ka e buang ka Sesotho nka o mamela nka o jwetsa hore wa ntseba. Ke bua Sesotho se paqameng. Ke tseba Sesotho se paqameng. Ke bua from dikgomo, hailale. Ke tseba ho bua Sesotho hantle. My mom taught me. My family, my black family, African family taught me. On my father's side, we were speaking Afrikaans. I wrote my matric paper in Afrikaans. Now, my teacher in standard 5 was here from Niva. She's a PA member and her husband is a leader in the PA. Hoodrich Taylor. That's the standard 5 teacher. That woman used to give me food and used to make us watch movies at the house, and she and her husband, Hoodrich Taylor, you're from Niva Taylor. My primary teacher, you're from Emma, the mother of Geralda, used to bring sandwiches for me, and I would be the first one in the soup kitchen line. She would work with the soup kitchen and I'll be there. And she always give me extra. So why did I tell you all this long story now? To tell you the Zimbabwe thing. The Zimbabwe thing. My first time in Zimbabwe was when Kim, me, her mother, her father went to Zimbabwe. We went on holiday at Vic Falls at a place called, because Kim wanted to bungee jump so badly. I'm like, and that was the only place I think she wanted to bungee jump from. And Kim wanted to bungee jump. And she said that's her dream. And Ed was vrek verliefd. And she said, let's go to Zimbabwe. We stayed at a hotel called Elephant's Hill. I remember that's when I saw absolute poverty. And my first time in Zimbabwe was 2006. 2006, we were in Zimbabwe for the first time at Victoria Falls at a place called Elephant Hills. That's my first time I went to Zim. That was my first time. Today, when I saw that, I said, I'm going to invest in Zimbabwe. Such a poor country can only make you rich. Excuse me? I then invested in Zimbabwe. I started at a place, that family called, I'll have somebody remember, they had a gold mine. The gold mine name was Hope. I put money in that mine, and I made money with them. Gold mine. I then went into chrome and all those type of stuff. I had invested in mines throughout the continent. Now, why is it important I tell you these things? Because I'm coming to that. So my dad used to tell me, he made me believe I'm Irish. He would say, we Irish, we Japanese. My dad would tell me stories. My dad would tell me stories. From my mom's side, weekends I will be with my cousins in the township. So I always saw myself as black growing up, staying in Hidedal, talking Afrikaans, going to Afrikaans school. My sister Sutu was very bad. She didn't know Sutu like me because she was always sitting in the house. Sutu was always suspect. Even today, I think. Yeah. My uncle, I was with him last night at the football. Green eyes, white as the night. My father's younger brother, Palala. My auntie, Umagogo, looks like a white woman, as Donique. So, as a child, I grew up, and this is where it gets interesting, because the reason why I'm explaining that is because race is something that I've learned this week South Africans don't understand. Now, for me to be using the K word and to be racist, are you saying that I hate my mother? Are you saying I hate... I'm even getting emotional. Are you saying I hate Marang because I'm a godfather to Marang? Are you saying that I hate my godchild? Are you saying I hate Kenny Kunene? Are you saying that I'm black, I'm colored, I'm mixed? I never knew who I was. I speak Tswana, I speak Sotho, I speak Afrikaans, I speak English, I speak a little bit of Sepedi. I grew up. One day my father said, you're not black. Stop saying you're black. You're not black. You're not black. My dad would say to me, I'm not black. You colored. When I'm with my dad, I'll be colored. When I'm with my mom, and my mom will say, we are from chiefs. You have royal blood in you. We are from chiefs. Your father was a chief. She told me a story of her family, the Silibalos, that helped the king of Lesotho to win the war. I grew up with all these rich stories of who I am. I spoke Afrikaans all my life. Afrikaans is my first language. Sesotho is my mother's language. I grew up with a white culture that my father instilled in me. Charles, where were we where you said, oh my word, gee, I saw you. We were somewhere, we were lots of Afrikaner guys, and you're like, gee, you fit in so nicely. I said, because I grew up with the culture of Boet and Sarki. I don't know how to speak Shona. I don't know any language how to speak Shona. I grew up with that contradiction. Now let me go to the most important one. The mistake many Africans make, and the mistake many coloreds make, is the following. I want to first start with the K word. Now, being a colored is extremely, extremely complex. We sometimes, you don't understand, you've got a Dutch old, I've got pictures of my grandmother. I've got pictures of my grandfather. I've got pictures of my mother. Like, I love my mom, so it hurts me when people say I'm racist. If my mother is black, I'm black. I am black. I'm coming from a black woman. I come from mixed race father. When I'm with my father, I am whatever he decides that day I'm going to be. When I'm with my mother, she's like, don't forget, don't tell your father, you are not.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosa Mzansi. If today is your first time visiting this channel, please do the right thing and click the subscribe button. Usengingeni lenkulu Gyton McKenzie ngemva kokuthi abe nemlomo lolusa akhuluma afune nakufaka kuyo yonke into lekhulunywa ngayo la South Africa. As a minister mina bengaqabanga ukuthi bekumele ahlala landzela into letendakala kulede trend akade ifake nala agcina totfaka khona enkingeni uma afaka impumulo yakhe kule conversation ye open chat podcast lapho bakhuluma khona ngemakhaladi ukuthi makhaladi crazy makhaladi njani okay angeze siye deep lapho but ukhulumile wathi ufuna kubasuwa ba-wrong why bakhulume njalo yes we know ba-wrong but people said ukuthi hayibo you're not a saint yourself bahamba-ke bantu bamlandzela ngisho nema-screenshot akhe akutwitter akudzala la akhuluma khona ngebantu labamhlophe so ukhulumile ukuthi yebo kona I know ukuthi mina vele ngike ngabanyanya abantu labamhlophe but ngacethe ngathi khuda ngabona ukuthi ngeke ngizonde bonke abantu labamhlophe ngenxa yebantu labayithu yebantu labamhlophe labayithu laba racist so yakhuluma ukuthi yena akasabazondi abantu labamhlophe and people are even saying ukuthi he is not a South African wasezima ukhuluma ukuthi enezimu ye 2006 funze eBloemfontein wafunza kopho wabala nje indzawo letiningi washo ukuthi lama claims libantu bawendako ngaye they are not true yo uyakhuluma lubabe faka ngisho nasenkingeni ngenxa imlomo wakhe alolusi. Please do comment what you think below down in the comment section. I'm signing out. Goodbye.